Hey everyone, Eric Bowman here, executive editor for TravelPulse.com, here with Nuno Fazenda here in Portugal, and he is the Secretary of State of Portugal's tourism here. Thank you so much for having us here in your beautiful country.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Portugal, to Porto, which is a great city to visit and to stay.
Yes, everyone should definitely put Porto and Portugal on your radar here. So just can you tell us a little bit about how Portugal's tourism recovery has gone now that we enter 2023 and any expectations you have for this year?
Portugal has recovered from the pandemic. We had in 2019 an historic results, but this year in 2022 we have already reached a new record. We have increased in 15% the tourism revenues comparing with 2019, and so it's a very important activity for our country, and we are growing tourism in all the regions. And the US market is very important for us because in fact it's already the fourth market in terms of guests in all the country. It's the fourth position, and in some regions like Alentejo or Azores, it's the second market, and in Lisboa is already the first market in terms of guests. So tourism is recovering, it's recovering, and we are reaching new records in terms of revenues, and we are growing with an increase in Europe and also with a great increase of the US market.
Love that. It's great. It's great for the industry. And could you just elaborate a little bit more on some of the initiatives you were talking about earlier for tourism in Portugal, the new stuff that you guys are promoting out there?
Yeah, we have a strategy that focuses in five strategic priorities. We have one focus is the support enterprises in order to give more competitiveness to them. On the other hand, the territory, we still have the concern to provide sustainability in all the approaches that we have to requalify patrimony, to preserve our patrimony. On the other hand, human resources, we still have work to do, and we are working to provide tourism training. Then promotion in terms of notoriety, and also to do workshops like this one to invite tour operators, travel specialists, and also travel agents in order to know better our country. So on this workshop that we are doing here in Porto, it's very important because we are inviting tour operators and travel agents from US and Canada to show how is great Portugal to visit in order to sell our country with more knowledge and with more experience about the destination. On the other hand, the climate change, the transition in terms of climate change, and also the digital transition, it's also a concern that we have in our strategy. So we are working in these 5 areas in order to lead the tourism of the future. And the tourism of the future is a tourism with sustainability, with more territorial cohesion, and with more concern about inclusion as well. And just to finish, to say that our concern is also to have tourism in all the country, not only in the coast. So we are also developing a strategy to develop the tourism in the interior of Portugal in order to have tourism all over the country.
Great. Yes, travel advisors are the lifeblood of the industry, and I think it's so important that we're all here gathering together in person, and they're immersing themselves in the destination and learning more. So I'm curious, I did a little informal poll before I came out here, my first time to Portugal, and I asked some family, some friends, some industry peers, what's the first thing you think of Portugal? And a lot of the feedback I got was, Lisbon was the capital, and wine, of course. So beyond that, could you just expand to our listeners and viewers out there, what should they know beyond that? What are some other regions that you think they should put on their radar?
So here in the north, you are in Porto. It's a World Heritage site. In the interior, in the north, you should visit the Alto Douro, the Douro wine region, which is the oldest wine region in the world, where is produced the port wine, and is a great place to visit. But also you can visit in Alentejo. Actually, the second major market in Alentejo, it's US. So you can visit also Alentejo, which is a great place in terms of wine and landscape. And then we have also the center of Portugal, where you have the historic villages, which are with authenticity, with history. So it's also a great place to visit. So besides Lisboa and Porto, you can visit also our interior of Portugal. And we have also good beaches in Algarve, which is one of the best destinations in terms of sun and sea and golf as well. So Algarve is also a great place to visit.
Yeah, we were learning some of the about the destination there, and the golf really jumped out at me. So I got to come back and play some golf here in Portugal for sure. So just last question as we wrap up here, what is your message to the travel advisor community out there, for the U.S. travel advisor that may have not been able to come to this because it was a special invite only? So what would you like to say to our travel advisor listeners out there?
I would like to say that, and you are here, so you are a good testimony of what you saw here in Portugal. That Portugal is a great destination, is a safe country, a stable country, with great gastronomy, with great wines, and with hospitality of the people, and great landscape. So it's a must-see destination. You should visit Portugal because it's a must-see destination with a diversity in terms of tourism supply, with patrimony. It's a country with more than 900 years of history, so it's a destination that you should not miss. You can't skip Portugal. That's the message.
Definitely. Come to Portugal. You will not be disappointed. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure.
That's all we have. I absolutely will. That's all we have here. Thank you for listening and for watching, and stay tuned to more on TravelPulse.com.